Okay, I'm going to attempt to show you how I make potato soup. This here is a little grapeseed oil and a little butter and about a half a medium onion chopped. There's a great video on how to slice the onion, how to chop it on Chef Jean Pierre's YouTube channel. I just want the onions to get a little transparent. They don't need to be brown or cooked, but they taste a lot better when you do this first. I think I want a little more butter. Sorry for the crazy camera. I've got the camera in one hand and the other cooking stuff in the other hand. There we go. And my kitchen is tiny, so I don't have a lot of room to move around. I'm using real butter. I like it a lot better than the substitutes, like shortening or margarine. Yeah, okay, the onions are just starting to look a little, I don't know if you can see it, but they're a little transparent. And now I have some chopped up celery. I took off some of the strings, but not all of them. Here we go. Now get them going. What I like to serve with potato soup is real bacon fried up and crumbled on top of the soup. So I'll do that later, but not on camera. Oh dear. Now, let me see. What's next? The potatoes I boiled for, between half an hour and 45 minutes with the peel on. The peel theoretically comes right off after you do that. And then you put them into cold water for a few minutes and then drain them. I use this here thingy. It's like a colander, a strainer. And just chop them up into large chunks. They're going to come apart in the soup because I used regular Idaho russets. Now, most people on YouTube insist that you have to use waxy potatoes, like the little red ones or the little yellow ones. But then they put them in a blender and make them a puree, so what's the point? I like soft potatoes with a few chunks. Now what's next? Some people say to put salt on the onions, but others say don't, so I'll save the salt for later to be sure I get it the way I like the flavor. Now I made this chicken stock at home with leftover chicken bones and some celery and onion. I wanted to add carrots, but I didn't have any carrots. Now see, in the fridge it got all gelled up. That's okay, it'll melt down in the pot. I'll turn the flame up a little now because I want it to come to a boil and then simmer. Come on. That's right. Now while that's coming to a boil, let's put the grapeseed oil away. The reason for adding a little oil when you're melting butter, sorry about the camera angle, here, is it helps to prevent the oil from burning. Now, I was supposed to add the flour to the butter before the chicken stock, but I'm kitchen challenged. So here, I'll just do it now and kind of carefully sprinkle it. It thickens the soup. And what I'll do at the end, I don't mind if there's lumps. I'm going to have lumps of potato anyway. But what I'll do is get my other strainer. This I also learned from Chef Jean-Pierre. Get my second tablespoon. Isn't quite full. Put it in the strainer on top of the pot. Now he'll even do it with the liquid coming up into the strainer, but my liquid isn't coming up that high. At least it's strained, sifted a little, less likely to make lumps. If you cook the flour in the oil with the onion and celery, it comes out super smooth like a bechamel sauce, which you make with just the butter and the flour. See, it's once it gets to a full rolling boil, that won't be a problem. I want it boiling before I add the potatoes, but I don't know. I'm kind of kitchen challenged. And I have a tiny space to work in. And not a lot of patience. But here I have some freshly ground black pepper. You would not believe, I didn't believe, the difference between that stuff you shake out of the can and the stuff that you grind fresh. I'm not waiting. Oh, there's a little bit of peel left here. I don't mind a little peel in my soup, but I don't want tons of it. I'm going to go ahead and put in the potatoes, because it doesn't really matter whether you do it before or after your stock boils. Now see, it's getting really nice and thick just from the potatoes. And you're supposed to add a cup of milk. Wrong one. I'm going by the earliest date, last date I can use this one. This happens to be a half-ounce carton of milk, so I'll just pour it in. And if I need the other one, I'll get it, but this might be enough. And now, where's my spoon? Taste, and then decide about salt. Yep, need salt. I have sea salt in my salt shaker. I'm guessing about a teaspoon. Now, since I'm the only one who will be eating this, I'll use the same spoon again for tasting. And after I turn off the video, perfect. After I turn off the video, I will be grinding more pepper on top. And I'll put this cilantro, fresh cilantro from my garden, on top. You could use parsley. It can be dried, or there's a little bit here I don't like. It's kind of yellow. You can use dried parsley, dried cilantro. Fresh parsley is really good, but this is what I have, cilantro. And so I'm going to just barely bring it to a boil, just barely, and then let it simmer for, 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll grind more pepper on top and put the fresh cilantro on top. So for now, because I'm kitchen challenged and camera challenged, I'll put this video to an end, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.